Avon has been an iconic brand for over the last century. Grandmothers, daughters, mothers, and sisters have all bought into Avon's appeal of direct selling for over the last 125 years. However, with the fall of Avon's CEO, Andrea Young, the company has been left with a lack of trust, uncertainty of employees, and a bruised ego. How is it that a company that was once sitting so high on a pedestal as one of the leading international cosmetic brands is now under investigation for wrongdoing and is left with a sense of uncertainty for the future? Young had made many choices as the CEO of Avon. Both created opportunities and failures within the company. The company's sense of trust, employee satisfaction, and ethics has been lost within the last decade, however. Within entering the world of retail came many challenging problems for the company. Employees no longer had the flexibility or profits they once had. The job characteristic theory autonomy was affected by the redevelopment of the company. The door-to-door service they once had created the ability to work from home and obtain a flexible schedule. This leaves many suffering from the switch under Young's reign. Reliable representatives who have been there for years found themselves taken over by the attempts of retail stores. This was perceived to be a lack of benevolence, a cognitive-based trust of not being selfish and profit-centered. Another issue that came into question within the company was its ethics and integrity, which are both very important to a business organization. This company made headlines about corruption in China by paying officials and taking part of a not-so-honorable behavior in the hopes to make their mark on the country. Avon's CFO at the time was also included as being one of the employees that was departed from the company from involvement of the situation. Today, the company is moving forward and attempting to take action such as hanging posters around the headquarters stating misconduct, don't cover it up, and integrity is on everybody's list. Although Young was able to brainstorm ideas, contribute a creative task performance, and was able to create boosterism for the company by her active role in the community, many of the choices the company implemented steered away from their existing customer base and their base from being the globally best direct seller. Young also cut 30% of managers employed by the company and brought on new questionable hires. As the article mentioned, Avon left employees uncertain of who was in charge, affecting the chain of command, and the company was also thought to not be looking towards the long-term future, but to be covering up for the present. The future of the company depends on restoring the values, ethics, and trust the company once had, which drew in so many consumers. They also need to restore the satisfaction within the company by bringing back the meaningfulness of their work. With these actions, the company could climb back up their way from their downward spiral they took this last decade to create a brighter and new future for the company.